too long on this one, but it's probably my most watched Bond film. It's my dad's favourite Bond film, Diamonds Are Forever. And by the time the VHSs started to come along properly, because I don't think we had it on a proper VHS until they brought out the film collection, where when you got the videos all the way through, I think it went to Tomorrow Never, no, Road Is Not Enough, they formed like a collage on the spines. But we didn't get the whole collection. The three films we had Diamonds Are Forever, Future to Kill, HMSS, and then I think we got Dr. No. But being Dad's favourite film, I've seen this film more times than I have probably most films outside of Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, and Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. I've seriously watched it that much. It's not the best Bond film. It's where the camp humour starts. It's got some fantastically dodgy moments. And yeah, nowadays I think it's a guilty pleasure Bond film. But like most Duff Bond films, there's actually good moments in it. It is not a total write-off. It's got a fairly funky main song where the lyrics are about touching a man's penis, as John Barry said. He said he didn't know how to do the song. The lyrics, touch it, unfold it and caress it, or whatever it is. No Lazenby, no Revenge Story. It seems the pre-title sequence, the old PTS, is basically a way of just brushing the HMSS out the way, for good or for real. And Bond clearly is off looking for Blofeld because he killed Tracy. Gets to wherever he is. I was going to say Japan. I don't know and I don't care. And pushes Blofeld into pit of hell. Welcome to hell, Blofeld. Another cat. And then after the credits, there's got diamonds being sorted out by the bad guys. Winton and Kid are in a very brilliant villains. They're gay, and it's not touched upon. They hold hands and that's it, but and that's brilliant. I mean, there's not. Are they stereotyped? It's Mr. I always get them muddled. It is Bruce Glover's. He's Mr. Wynn. A stereotype? He doesn't sound like Paul Lind, or whoever. And there's some brilliant moments in that regard, like when they're on the airplane and Mr. Kidd says about Tiffany that she looks quite beautiful for a woman. And Wint gives him the best look ever. Connery did it, I think he donated his whole salary to a charity. And he seems to be alright in the film. It's not like the old days of Dr. No from Russia with Love, but he gets on with the job. He knows once he's done this film, it's over. And there's some brilliant, I say that there's some brilliantly witty lines in any other Bond film, like when he walks in with Plenty O'Toole and there's all the gangsters. I fear you've caught with more than my hands up, gentlemen. And the Plenty O'Toole line, it took me until my teenage years to properly appreciate that. When you're little, you're none the wiser, hence why Carry On films changed their meaning once I did my sex education in year 7. God, I'm such an idiot. But yeah. It's Vegas when Vegas was Vegas. When Don Rickles, Frank Sinatra and that was still doing it. I mean, they did, Rickles certainly kept on with it until he died, but it helps, I think, that Howard Hughes was helping him out. And he's kind of the inspiration for Willard White, who's one of the most intriguingly bizarre characters in a Bond film, because Jimmy Dean just is a bit much. Tell him he's fired after old Bert Saxby's been shot. Even Connery's face is like it. And it's what chap on the Bond film, old Carner's, calls benign, bizarre Diamonds Are Forever, which I think is a brilliant expression. And I'm not just saying that to kiss ass if you're watching Carner's, but Blofeld wears drag. Oh God, it's a Bond film. Bond gets stuffed up by 2 women called Bambi and Thumper. As I say, Willard White is just overblown. The plot, I always forget what the bloody plot is when I watch a film, because I just watched the film and then you suddenly think, oh, Blofeld wants to blow up stuff. Okay, fair, fine enough. He makes a witty remark that no one will miss cancers. Nowadays, Eon Productions would get a bunch of letters and they'd have to issue an apology to the state of tech cancers and Texas, now that I said it. And you got the car stunt, which is wickedly done, because they had to find a way of explain away why the car went in one way and came out the other way. I mean, everyone raves about Plenty O'Toole, but I have a redhead fixation, and Jill St. John's not the best Bond girl, but she was very attractive back. I mean, she is attractive now, but you know, watch the first ever episode of the '66 Batman. She is one of only 2 people, by the way, to ever die in a Batman episode. She falls into the Bat reactor like you do, but you know, she's in that bikini, and it's very hard. You know, if only they were brains. It's a film you can make fun of, you know, like the guy at the end. It's almost way out for Austin Powers when, you know, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, you know, whilst everything around him's being blown to buggery. Tiffany could have been better, but the film was what it was. Bond sent to the 70s. New decade awaits, a new Bond awaits. Oh, Sir Roger Moore. The moon... and of course you've got moments like the moon buggy, like you do. Dear Old Ed Bishop, Klaus Hergesheimer. There's something that's escaping my mind. This is the trouble when you don't think things through. Oh yes, of course. The Peter Franks punch-up, one of the best punch-ups in a Bond film. You've got From Russia with Love, where Red Grant and Bond have a dust-up in the train. It's a confined space, but the Peter Franks one is brilliant done. They're in the lift, and Bond cocks up effectively. He brings his arm back, and you know, I think he breaks the glass or something, or at least he catches it. Peter Franks turns around and realises that, you know, there's a bloke standing behind him, sort of like. And the thing is, what I like is that Connery's face is like, fuck. And they have and it's in this like phone box size thing, and the alarm bells are hitting things, they're punching through there. And it's a fight to the death. You don't really get that, I don't think, until maybe GoldenEye, when Bond and Trevelyan 006 are having a punch up. I'm trying to think in between. I mean, there's probably other Bonds that do, but Roger Moore's Bond was not about fighting, not properly anyway. And we won't go into Daniel Craig. Dalton, we'll deal with that when we get there. But yeah, Diamonds Are Forever is not a bad film, really. You know, I've got a brother, small world. But it's the end of Connery. I'm not bothering with Never Say Never Again. That's not a Bond film, not a proper one anyway. So chaps, a little bit short, a little bit firegun, scatterbrained. I apologise. So you can let your feelings be known. I haven't touched the wine. That's just for show. It's unopened. Oh, and it's a lid. Oh, no cocks, honestly. World's going to hell in a handbasket. As I say, if you haven't already, bondandbeyond.4motion.com, links in the end of the video and description. It's on Facebook and Twitter. And come November, if I'm back in the tour job, if the film has come out, I'm going to be doing walking tours for Bond as part of the company I work for, and I'm not going to name them just in case. And remember, diamonds are forever, 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 forever.